Hey everyone, it's Christian Bounds. I'm the founder of Insta.ai. Right now, I'm with my mentee, Ryder. Ryder recently scaled his agency to 9,500 within 2 months at the age of 17 while he was still in school. Ryder, I just want you to just tell everybody about yourself and your background.
Yeah, so I'm Ryder Zimmerman. I'm the founder of Zimovate. I'm 17 years old. I just graduated high school in June here, and my background I had a detailing business, and I ran that for a few years. I've worked at numerous jobs here and there, but I've always found doing my own thing was kind of what I felt most comfortable doing.
Right. And before we started working together, you mentioned to me you had an auto detailing company, right?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
So what was that transition that made you want to get out of auto detailing into starting your own agency? Because a lot of auto detailers I speak to and work with, they're all doing very successful, as were you. So what made you pivot into wanting to start your own agency?
So I'm in Canada and Western Canada at that, and detailing is very seasonal here. Like we have about 4 months where there's no snow. So detailing for me was kind of a side hustle, and I figured making the internet money switch was probably the smartest play, as it could become year round rather than seasonal.
Right. Okay. That's cool. So how did you find out about this AI industry? Did you come across a YouTube ad, Instagram? Like what piqued your interest into this space?
So I found out about Claude, and I had Claude kind of running all my accounting for me and making all my email scripts and doing all that for my detailing business. And then I was like, why am I not turning automations into a business of mine? So I did a few automations for different businesses, and then I found you, and I was like, well, you know what? I might as well give this all a shot.
And how did you find out about me? Because I'm on Instagram. Obviously, I run an Instagram page and all that. I post a lot on
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah.
So how did you actually come across me?
One of the guys, when you search up AI automation agency on YouTube, that comes up is Jordan Platten. And I was kind of scrolling through him and I found out that he has an extras page and you had an interview with him and it was how you scaled your agency. So I watched that video and then I DM'd you personally on Instagram asking you for help.
Right. Yeah, I remember coming across that message. I was like, who is this? Because at that time, I was getting so many messages from lots of people. So people were asking to work for free, all kinds of stuff, man. But your message honestly stuck out to me. I remember when I first opened it. And then I just closed the app, and then like a couple of days later, I responded because I like the way you approached and came to me. And ever since then, I know we were going back and forth for a bit, and you wanted to get trained and to just do what I do. So, um, can you kind of take people through that process of like wanting to me to mentor you? Like, what stood out about me that made you want to be mentored by me?
What stood out about you, Christian, was that unlike all the other courses and all the other things that you see online, you were a real product of an agency. You had done it all, you'd kind of scaled it through and you'd kind of lived the life of doing it. You've gone through the highs and lows of it. So that's kind of where you stuck out to me. And rather than purchasing a course or purchasing other online mentors, you kind of were the one that I chose due to your reputation.
Yeah, and man, it's such an honor. And I want to be transparent with everyone. Like, this is the first time I've ever mentored anybody. Of course, like there's people in the past that always hit me up and I give them advice, but they never take it, or it goes in one ear and out the other. And I just have to say, man, Ryder is one of those guys who's a hard worker. He gets it done. He's on top of it. No excuses. Never heard one excuse from him. And he was in school while he was doing this and still came out on top within just 2 months. And he recently graduated. So congratulations on that. And
Thank
I
you.
just want to kind of dive into your journey from when we first started. I know a lot of things in the beginning was a lot of information to take in because unlike other courses where you have to read through a bunch of stuff and from the beginning stages of just a bunch of like stuff that just is just fluff. We
Absolutely.
jumped straight into it. How was that experience from getting from A where you started to B where you got launched and was cold calling and then now where you're at now?
Yeah, so the first part of everything was go high level, and I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about running an agency. I didn't know what to charge. I didn't know what to do. So that was a complete workflow switch. Like the automations I had created in the past were totally irrelevant to what I do now. And so getting there was so much learning. It was like, hey, what is this tool going to help me with? Every time I would ask you, Christian, I'd be like, okay, man, like guide me through high level. You'd have to hop on my screen share and actually get access to my screen because I didn't know where to go. I was a total noob. And then when it came to the process of starting to cold call and start my outreach to gain a clientele, it was difficult, and I found cold calling was super beneficial in times and also super irrelevant to actually getting clients. So what I started to do then was go into the business myself and actually show them. I'd bring my laptop and I would show them firsthand what it is and kind of build a client and me relationship. And through there, that was the whole journey, really. It was learning, not learning anything, and then learning again, starting, which was a very slow start. Like, again, I was in school for 6 hours a day, not really able to work all the time. So, getting my first few clients while I was in school was a huge accomplishment. And now that I've graduated, we've actually now picked up six more clients.
Nice. Yes, yes. And I'm so happy you took the same approach I did as far as going into businesses. And I know a lot of people out there who's going to be watching this. Uh, can't stress enough how important it is to go into businesses in your local area when you're first starting out, because putting the face with the name and building that trust is so much more important than just picking up a phone and calling businesses all day. Like if you want to succeed super fast, you have to get in there, you have to get your hands dirty, you have to door knock, business to business. And that's how I signed up my first 11 clients within a couple months when I first started, is by doing this exact same thing. So nobody's special. Get out there, do your thing, and let's make it happen. So Ryder, where you're at right now, as far as like with your clients, you're at 9,500 right now. What is your
Yeah,
goal?
9.5. My goal right now is by the end of July to be at 15 and by the end of August to be at 20.
Okay, gotcha. And are you motivated by money? Are you motivated by what, like by just helping businesses? Like what keeps you waking up every morning?
I've said it to you in the past and I'll say it again. It's actually the product that I'm selling is good. So that's what kind of keeps me driven. It's like I know I'm not going in selling bullshit, pardon my language. I'm actually going in and I'm selling them a tool that's going to improve their business, help them scale up, and I get to be the person that did it. And I think that's what motivates me the most. The money comes with it, and that's great. However, the feeling of actually helping other businesses grow and watching them and being the person that took them from A to B is a huge motivation booster.
hmm What would you say was the most difficult part about your journey?
The most difficult part by far was outreach and the first month. It was like you'd call 20 businesses a day and you would get seven of them would get answers and it'd be like, yeah, I'm not interested. And then the other three, they might answer and be like, hey, let's set up a meeting. Wouldn't set up a meeting. And then the other 10, it wouldn't even be the business owner answering in the first place. So outreach for that first month was super difficult, super slow. It was very demotivating because you're kind of like I'm sitting here for 3 hours and I've gained zero progress at all. So that was definitely the most difficult part.
Right. And I want to be clear to everyone, because when Ryder started, and I'm gonna ask you this question: do you have a personal brand right now?
No,
So he
starting one, but yeah, no,
so starting one now, but before you did it without a personal brand, and I wanted to shed light on this because a lot of people think that they can't do this because they don't have a personal brand. So there's no excuses out here, for a lot of people that just say they want to do it. It's like, how bad do you want to do it? And I hate to bring this up again, but I love to bring it up. It's like you did this all while you were in school. So if you can do it, anybody can do it.
absolutely.
How soon do you plan on starting your personal brand?
We're in the works right now.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
went and bought some meta glasses. I've finally got some time off where I can focus on recording myself, recording reels, and kind of making my own personal content because after these few months of kind of scaling up, I've realized there's nothing more important than having somebody be able to look you up on Instagram and kind of get that trust of things. So they don't know, they know then that you're not somebody completely random. They kind of get a trust barrier with that as well.
Hmm. And what would you say to anyone that's probably skeptical or wants mentorship, but they just haven't pulled the trigger on it? What would you say to them?
I would say where I was and to where I am now, I could not have done it without one. The amount of stuff that you can see on the internet and YouTube and social media, it can get you to a point, but that point isn't going to get you very far. Getting a mentor, taking the step, paying them to teach you what they know because they've been through the highs and they've been through the lows. That's the most important thing you can do. I think there is zero regrets I have with getting a mentor. Like easily the smartest choice. You can use them as an example with your clients. You're like, okay, yeah, my mentor out in Houston, he actually can do this, this, and this. He made this business make this. So getting a mentor, smartest thing you can do.
Hmm. And tell the people where they can find you if they want to get into contact with you.
You can either go onto my Instagram at Zimovate, or you can go onto my website at zimovate.com. You can also hit up my personal Instagram at Ryder Zimmerman. All of the above. I'd love to help. I'd love to get into contact with people.
I just appreciate you and I thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing more of your success.